Rebecca, thank you so much for joining me for this interview about Women for Sobriety. As I mentioned, I'm doing facilitating a training in September where a number of addiction professionals will be learning about different mutual aid recovery supports. And for them to hear about Women for Sobriety will really add to their resources and knowledge of what exists out there. So thanks for agreeing to do this.
My pleasure. Thank you, Chris.
Great. So what's the history of Women for Sobriety?
Women for Sobriety was founded in 1975 by a sociologist named Dr. Jean Kirkpatrick. She was a woman struggling with alcohol abuse and had tried the available programs at the time and was not getting what she wanted from those and what she felt like she needed. So her vision was to develop a self-help program designed specifically for women and the needs that she saw women specifically needing addressed in recovery, such as women dealing with little or low self-esteem, depression, loneliness, and then feelings of guilt, shame, and humiliation. So she used what she had used in her recovery and developed a program and established it and established a 504c3 nonprofit organization and really launched it. So she unfortunately passed away in 2000, but the program continues to grow and thrive, and that was kind of the origin story of WFS. So yeah.
That's fantastic. And so you mentioned kind of addressing some other issues that were kind of gender specific, isolation, depression, self-esteem issues, and things like that. Were there some issues with the existing support groups out there that created barriers in terms of like safety or stigma or?
I don't know that she addresses those like directly, but she just felt like she needed something more and that women needed something more. I think a lot of it at that time, women struggling with alcohol or drug abuse was specifically or like especially a stigma, and a lot of women dealt with closet drinking and just like nobody is talking about this as an experience. And so I think that was kind of where that came from. Yeah.
Great. Can you talk about the different formats that meetings are held, like in person, online, phone, things like that?
Right. WFS provides meetings in all of those formats. The original format, pre-internet, was of course the face-to-face meeting. And our meetings generally run about an hour to an hour and a half. They are facilitated by certified moderators who are not trained recovery professionals, but are peer moderators who have had at least 1 year of continued sobriety, and then women who are familiar with the Women for Sobriety materials. So there's required reading, and then you fill out an application, and then are approved by the office. So it's a kind of a peer moderated meeting. Meetings are structured in that we read through our mission statement and we have 13 acceptance statements. WFS is not a 12-step program. It's an alternative to the 12 steps. And then we do introductions, but then it's a really dynamic discussion-based format where participants are often you ask one another questions, provide feedback if that is welcome to the person who is speaking, and it's more of an open discussion kind of format, which I really enjoy myself. And then often there's a topic that springs from Women for Sobriety reading, or we might discuss aspects of one of the 13 New Life acceptance statements, and then we just wrap up with a short closing. So that would be the general face-to-face format. Women for Sobriety has a wonderful online forum that has message boards that members can participate in. And then there are also a number of online chats that are also moderated by certified chat moderators. So those are scheduled for fixed times during the week. And then from the website, if one is looking for phone support as well, women can be connected with volunteers who can provide one-on-one phone support. The website has just recently been revamped. The website is womenforsobriety.org. It's all one word. easily found with Google if you just Google Women for Sobriety. And it's really a lot more user-friendly right now. There's a new meeting finder, so that was probably the best way for people to get more information. So yeah, so it's really all three of those meeting formats. And then often moderators are available for questions or, you know, one-on-one support for their group members as well.
Are you able to share the mission statement? Do you have that handy?
Yes. It's rather long, but when we were discussing the purpose, I'll draw right from the mission statement, is that the purpose of Women for Sobriety is to help all women find their individual path to recovery through discovery of self, gained by sharing experiences, hope, and encouragement with other women in similar circumstances. And as I was saying before, we use the 13 New Life Acceptance Statements to kind of guide our recovery. And those really focus on emotional and spiritual growth, focusing on building a new life, not just being abstinent from alcohol or other drugs, but really trying to build a new life that one is excited to live, nurturing feelings of self-value and self-worth, self-esteem. And we also use kind of a cognitive approach to identifying and being mindful and aware of negative thoughts when they occur, and then trying to practice replacing those with positive thinking. So really kind of being aware of thoughts and then using thinking to create more positive feelings and patterns.
And are the 13 acceptance points on the website?
Oh yes, the website is wonderful. There's the acceptance statements, the mission statement is there. There are a lot of links to articles that were written by Jean Kirkpatrick. So yes, the website is extensive and all of that is available. The website also has like an online store because there's a lot of materials that can be purchased. There are a number of books written by the founder, program materials, which I happen to have right here. So here are 2 books by the founder, Goodbye Hangovers, Hello Life, and then Turnabout. And then the program booklet, this is just a small pamphlet that we provide to people who come to meetings, and they can just purchase them for $5. But you can order patent materials and stuff from online from the website as well. So the website has all the information that you could want.
So the name is Women for Sobriety. Do individuals who use substances other than alcohol participate in Women for Sobriety?
Yes, Women for Sobriety is open to any women who are in active recovery from alcohol or other substances. We don't have open meetings, so we ask people to limit their guests to people who are in recovery. But we also ask that women who are dealing with other addictive substances, or not substances, but behaviors such as, you know, gambling, eating, etc., we would redirect them towards organizations that are more specific to those behaviors, because we really focus just on substance abuse. And our materials, the program booklet that I was just showing you, that has just been edited to use language that is more inclusive of all substance abuse, so that it's not just saying alcohol.
Right.
So yeah, we're definitely open to all of that.
And how about, and I just kind of thought about this, but individuals who are transgender and identify as women?
That's right here on my point. We are definitely transgender friendly, and we want to spread the word that trans women are more than welcome to come to our meetings. Yes.
Fantastic. What would you like addiction professionals to know about Women for Sobriety that we haven't already talked about?
Well, one thing that's very exciting is that just this year, there was a study published in the Journal of Substance Abuse Treatment that studied 3 secular non-12-step programs. So basically 3 alternative to the 12-step programs, and Women for Sobriety was included in that study. So the 3 that were also, the 3 were Women for Sobriety, Smart Recovery, and then Life Ring Recovery. And they used, they also had a group that was studying AA, but what they found was that the 3 alternative programs were just as effective as 12-step programs. And so there's a an article about that on our website. Probably the easiest way for professionals, there's actually a providers or a professionals tab that you can click that would bring you right to that, that study. But of course, the other parts of the website are helpful as well. But it's really exciting because it shows that there's empirical evidence that is supporting the idea that other programs can be just as effective in treatment, which I think is helpful, which I would like other people in recovery professionals to know, because then it shows that for their clients, there's more than one option for recovery. One size doesn't fit all. I personally believe, and I think WFS also, we believe there's more than one path to recovery. WFS stands on its own as a recovery program, but it can also be complementary to other programs. It's kind of a both and situation rather than an either or. But I think the study is really important because it shows that not only are we saying, yeah, this program is great, but there's actually now scientific evidence to back up that these programs can be effective.
How can addiction professionals best link individuals to Women for Sobriety?
I would definitely recommend just giving them the website, or the phone number, which I don't have handy right this second.
That's okay.
I suppose I could, but the website has all of that has the meeting finder, so clients could look for meetings in their area. We are trying to grow. I guess that's another thing I would want to tell professionals, is that we're trying to increase the number of face-to-face meetings that we have. There are a lot of areas and cities that just don't have face-to-face meetings. And so if people get involved online and then decide they want to start a group in their city, we're really trying to encourage members to do that. But definitely the easiest access point would be the website, because that has the link to the online forum, it has the meeting finder, it has all the contact information. So that would be the easiest way to find that.
Great. Is there any other information about Women for Sobriety that you'd like to share that I haven't asked about, or?
Let's see. This is just a little tidbit that people could tell clients, is that when people often have to attend meetings as a court mandated practice, I sign forms all the time. I'm a moderator myself, and so our meetings count towards those. So I suppose, I don't know how one would do that if it was an online chat that they attended, but it's just, I'm just trying to emphasize that it's a legitimate program that
Absolutely
can be used for those kinds of things as well. It's a great program, you know, and now that I'm a moderator, I feel like I'm not just trying to sell it. I'm coming up on 5 years of recovery for myself, and
congratulations.
Thank you. I just became a moderator last October, but it's really been a key part of my recovery. And I just think that it's a really positive, affirming, empowering program that that can really benefit a lot of people. So I encourage people to check it out. I feel like it's a really open, non-judgmental, welcoming community of women, and we're just really excited to get the word out and share everything. Yeah.
Great. Well, listen, thank you so very much for your time, and really grateful that you were able to contribute to this training today by sharing about Women for Sobriety.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great day.